Alright, here we go. Another night of fab stuff. We are going to be hunting out some cards. I got some old product of Dusk Till Dawn, and I figured, why not look for some angels or some serialized cards? Because people like those. And this isn't the easiest set in the world to open, to sell boxes wise. So, got a couple cases of this, a couple videos get made. Hopefully, we have the luck stream continue, considering how much luck I've had with the Crucible of War stuff. And talk a little bit about that while we're doing it. I'm only going to talk about cards when I see something that'll spark my interest to talk about. And I'm sure that'll happen pretty soon. But this is the end of an era with Fab. No more supplemental sets after this. Supposedly, Dusk Till Dawn is supposed to be the last one we ever see. And really wasn't the best one in my opinion. This set was not made at a good time per se, because we had just gotten a supplemental set 2 beforehand, and for our first pack we have an Avalon Wrath Jump, so that's a good card. Wall Breaker and Phantom Wrath, and then a bunch of commons in here. So I think one of the biggest, like, D2D was received poorly by the community. I think that people were expecting more from the set. Well, not the Marvels, the signature cards that came out, the artist proofs. Called Down from Lightning. Cool. This was not an impactful card for the meta for Lexi. She was already dominating when it came in, so I'm not even sure if it does anything good. I'll read it in a second, just because I'm curious. Censor Foil. That's a good card. That's a very playable card into the new KO, so that's... I'm going to set that aside actually for my personal self, because I will be playing the new KO. This set had problems, and it's not bad, because especially because of things like this, Decimator Great Axe. This card right here is very impactful for warriors. The whole Decimator Dory is definitely a thing, and it creates some interesting things. Angelic Descent, nothing crazy. Shade and Scream and Hungering Demigod. I'm gonna start only actually mentioning the rares if I think they're worth mentioning, like Decimator Great Axe. Flicker Trick. This is an interesting card. It's a defending illusionist phantasm card. It has Mirage instead of Phantasm on it, but it's essentially Phantasm and just different wording. Got a bunch of commons. Tear Through Portal. Their foil. Just gonna continue on and hope to find something really nice. And our first cold foil is a Reality Refractor. Not really too happy about that, but it happens. So, just continuing on with everything. I'm really hoping to get at least one Marvel out of this case. That would be very hype. So, and Vince sets right here as well. Okay, so this is something I should mention at some point. I do not like at all how we're moving towards the heroes' adult forms being Majestics. It does not sit well with me. This is actually one cool thing about this set is a lot of the heralds have not alternate, but extended art non-foils in them, and those are always at least $1 or $2, so that's nice. I don't like, going back though, I do not like that we're seeing all the adult heroes be Majestics. They don't technically take up an expansion slot. They take out this. Hey, Starstruck, good card, really good card, good value. They take up basically a token slot, so it's not like they're eating up box space, but we used to get one of every Majestic hero in every box. So it's like, say, in a WPTR box, you'd always get one adult Katsu and frontline cards are actually interesting for Blitz. Check them out sometime if you're playing Blitz. But you'd get one adult Katsu, you get one adult Reiner, you'd get one adult... why am I blanking on who's in that set? One adult Bravo. And one adult... I said Katsu, Reiner... Oh, and one Dorinthia. That was the only one I didn't mention before. So you get one of each of the adults. Shade and Death Hydra. This card is disgusting with Levia. So actually, this is one thing that the set did do and do nicely for players. This set made Levia actually meta viable. I would have to say the flip card definitely has a huge impact. Day We Have Dinner, that's a good card. But even beyond that, though, just the cards in this set in itself were very impactful. So that was one meta implication. I wouldn't say the same, though, for Bolton. Bolton didn't get quite as many boosts as Levia did. But, like, Charge of Light Barrage and Brigade. Straight up rip off of a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but as more of a kindness thing, I think, since James White himself is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, so and I've seen this mentioned in other streamers' videos before, that a lot of the light cards from Soul do have resemblance to the whole Lights One archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh, like Charge the Light Brigade, and then the Heralds being just different mocks of different Light Sworn. Yeah, another Shade and Death Hydra. That if you ever see someone do pitch stack, what is it? Blood Rush? Not Blood Rush, but tear limb from limb, discard a Shade and Death Hydra, then play a Shade and Death Hydra for 26 or more. You're in for a treat. That's a lot of damage coming your way. All right, box one, we got Shade and Death Hydra foil. I think it's about $3. I know because I bought a few recently, but I might have bought it a little overpriced. Sensors, probably a little bit more. Starstruck, last I checked, is like $15, $20. And Avalon, I'm not sure how much Avalon is, but I think this is a $10 Majestic right now. It might be only $5. I should actually go grab my laptop real fast just so I'm not misquoting any prices. So we have the interwebs to consult. So Avalon, Archangel of Rebirth, and that's a $4 Majestic. Might go up in value, might not, but decent box. I'm gonna look up Starstruck while I'm here too. Starstruck is $13, so we probably got half the value back at the box, maybe a little bit more. Nothing crazy. Not disappointed. I'm actually going to make a practice of throwing away these packs as I do this. So we got some nice clean space going on. Instead of just some giant pile of nonsense. But I have to get rid of it in the video. So as for the serialized cards, though, that came out, they're cool, but the biggest issue is you can just buy artist-proof cards from the artists themselves, and a lot of times they are just as good, if not even better sometimes. So that was a lot of people's complaint about the whole serialized cards after seeing them. It didn't feel like they were anything special. And I'm in that ballpark about that as well, too. But opinions are opinions. Oops, wrong soft that. Anthem of Spring, Briar Specialization after Briar has been banned. So that was an interesting choice for them to create, but supplemental sets do what they do and they supplement. So definitely whale. That card's annoying. I will say though, Vincent was an interesting hero to be made. We got Runic Reckoning. This is a Vincent card for sure. Next Rune Blade attack action, it gets +3. Well, actually, no, this is just a Rune Blade card in general. It's just a good card. I don't know what's worth it. I can't imagine it's more than a couple of hours, but it's a good card. Celestial Resolve. Hellhammer and Beam Verado. That is Vincent's signature weapon, apparently. The combat chain closes if this card is attacked, banish it. Not sure if I've ever seen a Vincent player though use it, even though it's technically her signature weapon. Let's see what we got here. Later Rest. When this attacks a shadow hero, gets +1. If this hits a hero, you may turn a card in there banished on face down. Interesting. Haven't seen anyone use it yet though. Interesting with Bolton, especially considering that it would just turn on Bolton. Light the Way, V for Valor, Herald of Rebirth. I'll set that aside with other heralds. They're kind of cool. Blessing of Salvation. This card has been put in your hero's soul this turn. You may play as if a card has been put in your hero's soul this turn, you may play this for an instant. Gain 3 life. Another Sigil Solace. They cost 1. That just made the card no fun. Got foil Runic Reckoning this time. That's not a bad hit. Probably. Beckoning Light. It's an additional cost. You may charge your soul. If you yell cards, whenever you attack, an attack action hits this combat chain, you may put an attack action from your graveyard on top of your deck. Not bad. Unfortunately, it's not yellow, so it doesn't follow the theme of Bolton too much. Fugitive Stirrings, foil, and Slithering Shadow Poke. No, Shadow Peak. I have a bad habit of not pronouncing cards correctly sometimes. So I'll just glare at them for 2 seconds and my brain will be like, this is how this sounds. But it's not, hey, we got a decent hit. It's not the Marvel or anything, but we got Levia Redeemed right here. This is the game-changing card for Levia right here, so... or Levi, however you want to pronounce her. So that's our first legendary of the case. Maybe more, maybe just that one. So let's see if we can get some more stuff. She's still floating around like $40, I think, so not a bad pull. Celestial Resolve again, and nothing. Still yet to see the cold foil this box, though. And not in this pack. Celestial Resolve again. And we're going out and find Glaring Impact. And another Decimator Axe. Should be setting the axes and weapons aside just to make my life easier later, but... And our first... Hey, we got an EA Didac Carapace. That's a decent hit. Unfortunately, this one is tanked a little bit in value. I think that the last I checked, they're about $75. So, but that definitely qualifies as a hit right there. So that's a nice cold foil for the box. I'm not sure if legendary cold foils take up the cold foil slot, but we'll find out soon if we get another one in this box. Widespread Ruin. Just pretty good card. Banishes at the top of the deck if any hero takes damage. Down at the combat chain, and you're probably going to see someone taking some damage. Hold the line. This card was spec'd on for a little while, and then it just went back to nothing. It did not hold its value, as a lot of people have been saying. We got Tribute to Demolition. I haven't seen that card, but I've ever played, so I'm assuming it's nothing crazy or nothing good at all. Additional cost, banish a card, random card from your hand. If 6 or more is banished, this card gets +2, and Blood Dead. Doesn't sound good. 3 more packs for box number 2. Let's see if we can get something fancy. Shade and Scream, I know that card is playable. Next, Shadow Orb Brood attack gets +5. Light the Way. The Beaming Blade, the weapon I think is unplayable compared to Raiden or Sabers. And Jesus, this is a nice box. Which one is this? We got Secum Archangel of Ravages. That is beautiful right there. We got a Marvel. Wow, this is a nice box right here. We got a Marvel and an EA Legendary and a Legendary. A Levi. That's a nice box. And then we got our Majestic Flow right there is an Anthem of Spring. That was a box. Oof. Time to clean up the mess. We're hitting good. That's probably what, 40, 70, 110. And I'm going to have to look up how much Secum is. But that's a good box right there. That's a really good box. Probably almost cost me the whole case right there. Let's see. Dusk till Dawn. Priced high to low. Let's see. Secum is somewhere. Scroll over to Marvels. He's $70. And we got the Didax Carapace is $76. And then regular old Levia is $37. So right there, that itself, that's almost $200 right there. That's beautiful. Actually, I'm going to take 2 seconds to sleeve and top load those 3 things, because at least 2 of them, because those are cards that need a little bit more love than what I'm giving them right now. I think, though, the Figment of Ravages on the other side looks better than the card itself. Let me just make sure I'm getting that. That's some cool stuff right there. The lighting actually the greatest on this video, I just realized, but that's cool. I'm not sure if I have that angel already, but that is going to just sit in the video for the rest of the video. Alright, so that's going to sit there. Piece of advice, unfortunately the corners are rough on this EA Legendary, but that's fine. I'll take it. I'm curious now to see how. Corners are nice on this one. Edges look fine. This one looks fine. So I'm going to leave these guys right here. Make a new little section over there. And I'll just leave Levia there too. Levia, whatever you pronounce her as. She's got a name for herself now in the meta. So, funny thing is, I was playing at the Battle Hard this past weekend, and I saw a surprising amount of Levia players. And I think the skill cap on that deck is enormously high. You have to be really good at playing her and actually know how to play her, because I played some people that were just playing her and they were not doing the greatest, and then I was playing some people where I was definitely struggling into her. Even using my little strategy, my strategy always when I see a Levia player playing is I'm going to attack, give them damage, and Envelope in Darkness is a good card. It's only rare, but it's a good card. I'm always going to attack, and I'm going to try to present little bits of damage here and there until I see a Humble. And I've been playing Uzuri, so I'm going to try to isolate it in, and if I don't isolate it in, I'm going to try to pummel it. One or the other. I'm not going to ever let it just be a 6 vanilla coming in, because then it shuts down all the block. I like to turn off their blood dead and try to let them kill themselves, and it works decently. Dimension Vortex, terrible card. From what I can tell, I've never seen anyone play it. If you may play it from your banish zone, and if it'll cost only 1. Each player banishes a card from their arsenal. Doesn't sound that great. Ram Rider, I've heard Mansent talk about that card, so which I'm assuming that it has some value in play. I mean, not actual value. It's just over. Hey, and or frontline plating. Sorry, got all excited for no reason. Just a regular cold foil. Nothing crazy. Can't really be too picky though after having a box like the last one. So I'm not gonna. That's why I'm saying I'm not complaining. All right, let's keep rolling through this Soul Butcher, and then we got Spirit of War. We already went over that card. Nothing crazy. I'd like to see a Warmonger's Diplomacy though. That card is very good in general and has maintained very much a lot of value. Bequest the Vast Beyond. Don't find that card to be good at all. The next Runeblade attack action you play costs 1 less for each rune chant you control. Unless they're going to start printing Viscerai cards that cost a ton, I do not see that card having much value in the game. Celestial Resolve, Grim Feast, and Deathly Lail, and I'm dropping cards. And continuing the fun stuff, Shade and Swing. And we have an adult bin set actually this time. This right here is what I dislike. These were tokens forever, and they should be tokens. And now it's... I'm going to actually sit here for 2 seconds and look it up because I'm curious. UYMSE. Oh, tokens. Bin set Iron Maiden. That is $3 plus shipping. That does not feel good for me to know that people have to pay that much. Anyways, I don't think you should have to pay a couple dollars just to have something on the table that says, "Hey, this is my hero," when forever and a day we just had the card that everyone would just give you. Now people are not going to be as keen to just give away adult heroes because they actually cost dollars. Battlefield Beaming Barato, and one of my favorite cards of this set, Mischievous Meeps. This card's hilarious. It's one cost, two attack, go again, and if you hit the opponent, you either get an item or you get to draw a card. Hack to Reality. This is not really that great of a card, honestly, but it is amazing foil. I love the foil on this card. Mischievous Meepso is worth a few dollars, and it's basically Kylori on a stick for you Dromai players, so I love the card. I've tossed it in decks many times. Definitely doesn't work on every deck, but it's just good value. They always block it. If they don't, well, they're not very smart. B for Valor, Frontline Pain, and Beam Bravado. The good card color for this. Hey, we got a flush bag. That's not bad. I think that's like 40 bucks, maybe 20. Who knows? I'll check it in a minute. Second legendary of the case. We're doing great. Actually, no, third if you count the EA Didac Carapace. So, getting some value. Vile Inquisition. Illumina Lance. So this is a weird card to me because an additional cost, banish up to 3 cards from your hero's soul. Choose that many modes. Target attack is +2. Target light attack gets hit. When this hits, draw a card. Target light attack gets, when this hits, it gets go again. If you're not playing this in Bolton, I can understand the third effect. But if you are playing this in Bolton, odds are you can just use Bolton's ability in place of the third one to give yourself go again no matter what. I haven't actually seen anyone playing the card yet, so it might just be unplayable. But it seems okay to do the other two effects in Unicism. If you know that you're going to hit, get an extra card, and just give yourself a little bit of buff. It doesn't seem bad. Blood Dripping Frenzy is an additional cost. You may banish a card from your hand. Draw a card. No, banish your whole hand. Draw a card for each Blood Dead banish. Your Shadow and Brood attacks get +X a turn, where X is the number. That's costly, considering it costs 2 already. I'm not sure if that card is good or not. I haven't really seen many Leviathan players playing it, so I can't comment. Flushbag, though. I want to talk about Flushbag for 2 seconds. Flushbag is a remarkable card. This card right here is the first and only way so far that you can intimidate on your opponent's turn. It can stop your ninjas right in its tracks, and it blocks too still. So it's cool. I like it a lot. And it is one of the more impactful cards that they definitely put in this set. That's for sure. It's not cold foil, so I don't feel the need to immediately sleeve it up. But I will put it next to Levi right there. Oh, there's one more DDD pack from the last box. I missed. Oops, I'm covering up cards now. Because apparently I don't want to see those rare cold foils. Alright, let's see what the last pack has. No angels. No flippy cards. Nothing crazy, just foil Puget Strines, but the craziest one. May play from your banish zone, cost 3. Next attack to ring you this turn gets +5. I don't like ever seeing that card played against me, honestly. It's just like, hey, I'm going to get attacked for like 11 plus, and if I don't block it, there's on hits. So, throw away the hand, and odds are, though, it comes with a bunch of room chance, so the on hits are going to happen. So, let's see what we can get out of this last box right here. If we can get a Serialized card, that'd be amazing. I'm not going to be particularly disappointed if not, but we definitely would like to see that. I can just feel the luck streaming towards me. It's got to happen. Or I'm gotta get at least like a Warmonger sign. Alright. Nothing crazy. Bust on through. So, again though too, end of the supplemental sets. Iron Song Versus, I think it's only $20, but still it's another legendary. So we're up to 4 legendaries for this case. Expendable Limbs as an additional cost is banish a random card from your hand. If a card is 6 or more is banished this way. You may play it from your banish zone during your next action phase. That's an interesting mechanic right there. Not quite sure if I like it or not. Phantom Wraith, Cleansing Light, and Banner of Vigor. Keep on going, keep on going. We're gonna find something nice because we still got the cold foil, even though we just hit a legendary. I don't think the legendary that I pulled was worth much money, so I'm just gonna be piling in my greed meter and hoping that we get a really nice cold foil in this box. Celestial Resolve, Beam Murado, and Ram Raider. What you got for me next pack? We got Angelic Descent and 2 rares. Glaring Impact, nothing. And stay put. Charge of the Light Brigade. I just love saying that card because as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I'm not going to say an ex-Yu-Gi-Oh player, so I do play the game occasionally still. It is, or it used to be, a very, very good card for a very long time. Envelope in Darkness, Banner Resilience. Celestial Reprimand with our foil. We got our cold foil. Is it going to be something good? I'm not really too confident though because the border is silver. So Resounding Courage, and our cold foil is a Cloak of Darkness, unfortunately. That was a little bit disappointing, but still, we got a lot of good things in this case. So, but you never know. We could get a second one because, I mean, heck, these both came out of one box. So let's see what we can pull. Hungering Demigod. Yeah, United We Stand. A lot of people have been talking about this card. It's interesting. I'm not sure. When this defends together from a card from hand, it's both ends in your party, create a courage token, and then repeat if Bravo, Seismic Surge, Briar, Embodiment of Earth, Dorinthia, Courage, Lexi, Embodiment of Lightning, Oldham, Spellbang, Aegis, which doesn't make too much sense, Prism, Special Shield, obviously, Shiana, Eloquence. I like the fact that Shiana still exists. Because I like her as a person. I'm a character. Sensor. We were talking about this card earlier. It's going to be good in the new KO. Because it attacks for 6 now. Alright, let's keep going. Funeral Moon, that is definitely a playable Vincent card. Great Rune Chance. Soul Cleaver. And nothings. Searing Ray, V for Valor, and a Herald. We'll put in that pile over there. I should actually recheck everything to make sure I didn't miss any of the EA Heralds. Foil Funeral Moon, not bad. I'll take it for our Foil Majestic of the box. I think there should be still one more. I'm going to count in a second the ones from the previous boxes. We got so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I suppose that you could get in only one in a box, because that means that there was one box where I didn't have more than one. And we got Numbskull. This was an interesting card. Well, this card is in any zone. Its cost, attack, and defense cannot be modified. So it's a nice card if you want to play KO and Blitz, the old school KO of the Berserker run, because then you're guaranteed the attack is actually an attack for 6 for once, instead of doing some dice mechanics. Celestial Fury. Nice failed attempt at making a different Luminaris, and then they decide, hey, we're going to make another Luminaris. Poison the Well. The next time a hero would gain life this turn, instead they'd lose that much life. I don't know the application of that card. And we got Chorus of Iron Song. Not sure if that's good or not. Alright, last pack magic. We're going to see a Serialized card, right? Unfortunately, we're not, because there's not a double-sided card in here. And our last one is just a Resounding Courage, unfortunately. Well, we'll talk more about Dusk Till Dawn another night. But this was actually a nice... I'm going to add up some value and see where we went with everything. Looks like we already know that Levia was... This right here pile was almost 200. I think it was like 1... Gotta get rid of the pack dust. The interesting pack dust that always seems to come with these paper packs. So 4 legendaries and a Marvel Angel, then 3 cold foil rares in this case, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 majestic foils. Let me just double check here to make sure I didn't miss one. Probably didn't, and probably is in that one box where I ended up getting extra stuff where I just didn't hit a second majestic foil. But this definitely, I feel like, was an unusually high valued case for D2T, Dusk Till Dawn. But I'm not complaining, obviously. I'm just saying that this is not expected value for this product right here. It's extra well value. Alright, so this was, we're going to call that, with a few Majestics in here, 200, something like that. Scowling Fleshbag. This card I could see going up in value with the brute hype going on. Oh wow, Scowling Fleshbag, $50 now. That's TCG low. And Iron Song versus is $30. So I'd say we pulled at minimum $300 in value out of this case right here. This is definitely a bit high compared to what you'd normally see out of a DDD case. So don't go opening this product expecting to see this. But keep in mind though, there are still, I think there's probably around 10 of the serialized cards still in circulation somewhere. And worst case scenario, I know that Fable Hunters would buy that off you if you can't find someone with a big enough wallet otherwise and you want to get rid of it afterwards. Or just get some other sealed product. But I would like to talk about this set another night a little more, because I have one more case to open and hopefully get some crazy out of that case instead. We still want that serialized card. I personally would like to get a chain over a prism. So hopefully that happens. All right. Call it a night.